Igor, whatever your name is, throw the switches!
Yes, master. Throwing the switches. Maximum power!
It's alive! It's alive! It's alive!
It's alive.
What is up, everybody, and welcome to another episode brought to you by Backyard Zombie. And I really hope you guys enjoyed the little skit intro to this video because I'm so excited to be in this new studio for all of the possibilities, and I wanted to do something fun, so why not? If you haven't guessed already, this episode is very Frankenstein themed, but I actually filmed an intro a couple of days ago as I started this project, so I'm actually going to send it over to Past Josh to explain to you guys what we're doing. So, Past Josh, take it away. Oh my god, thank you, Josh. So I've had this guy in the background of my videos since I really started shooting on the back of a studio, with my studio in the background, and this is Big Frank from Playskool. And this toy came out in like 1992, 1993, came with 3 tools, and basically what you did is you stored the tools in his head, and you opened him up, and you fixed him. And he talks, he says... Hold that to the mic. He says, thank you, fix me. And I have loved this guy, and I really thought one day I want to give him a makeover, but I just don't have the heart to destroy my personal copy of my Big Frank. So I went over to Facebook Marketplace, found a really cheap one for only $5, and, oh god. He's laying over here in pieces, so, let's fix him up. So over here currently we have Frank in many pieces. I wanted to see what I was working with and how I was going to start tackling this project, so I got a bunch of wires, some tubing, some greeblies, some other fun stuff, and we're going to take this bad boy and we are going to make him look so cool, very inspired by 2004's Van Helsing, so that's kind of like the overall inspiration, if you will. Here, let me show you some of my schematics I have. So here we have a kind of really just simple Big Frank design, and this is kind of what he looks like when he's stagnant. And yes, I made this in MS Paint, but I really wanted to kind of show how I'm taking this and making it this. This is my inspiration. This is where I'm going. I'm going to add a bunch of fun parts. I'm going to give him some cool stuff, and I'm hoping we can do this. So let's just jump right into it. Alright folks, here we have everything laid out on the table, and I'm really excited to start drilling into the chest to make that heart thing work. And we'll figure out all the internals later, but yeah. Over here we have a bunch of greeblies lying on the table because we need greeblies to make this work. And, you know, Evil Ted molds, various plumbing parts. And yeah, we're gonna figure out which pieces will work best in his chest. And yeah, we love Evil Ted here at Backyard Zombie, so I use a lot of Evil Ted molds. I love adding them to projects. And I decided I'm going to cut his hand off because I wanted to go, and as you can see, this Big Frank has gone through, maybe those are teeth marks from dogs, kids, who knows, but this thing has had a lot of love, and I'm going to figure out how to cover everything internally so we can make sure nothing gets affected. So, here we go. Let's start drilling off that hand. And the blade didn't go fully through the hand, so I'm just going to keep turning it until... eventually, this bad boy will just, you know, fall right off. I love a good sound of a drill, and it's off. And then I stuck a Halloween hand I had lying around, and then I decided to scalp him because I'm going to put some kind of head device. And there we go. We've started the chest. Ooh, that fit. So, yeah, we're just going to glue everything on top of that and continue on, continue on. And I thought this handle would look really cool, like some kind of pipe. So I broke up this ink, push the handle into the ink, and this will help me figure out where the holes go, you know, marking it correctly. And we press, and this barely worked, but I could still see where it landed, so I was able to drill and insert it in using the screws that this little handle piece came with. Fine details. Then we started with the boot, and I wanted this boot to look super cool because the Frankenstein in Van Helsing has this like weird foot boot, and I'll insert a picture, but I'm just gonna make this boot look as, like, you know, cybernetic as possible, and thank God for these Final Faction pieces from the dollar store. And of course, Evil Ted molds. And then we took it out to paint, and I made a big mistake here. I have a bunch of matte paint lying around, and I accidentally used satin, and that became sticky. But as I started dry brushing, the acrylic paint took, you know, the stickiness away. So make sure you're reading labels, kids. And yeah, it's starting to look like this new person. And so, as you saw, I did that copper, and now I'm doing this gray. I wanted to have a gray coat, brown pants, just, you know, give it the color variety instead of all that orange. And he's starting to look great, and I decided to make him purple. Because why not? He's already green, let's make him purple. And then I used staples to kind of show off that this is different parts, but I used different shades of purple, and then I made this little lens out of a piece of plastic for the green LED. And this guy's looking so cool. So these green LED candles, I have a bunch lying around, and I just, you know, break off the green part and then pull out the LED, and it's really bright. And then I just insert it to where I want it to go. And in this case, I have this arc reactor looking heart thing. And I love how this came out, and I can turn it on and off from inside of his chest. And then I used this plastic snow globe to make that head part. So I ran into a couple of snags with his whole head thing, and I was just like, you know what, I'm just gonna drill into the back of the head and do the exact same thing that I did for the chest, which was take an LED, make it smaller, and put it at the back of his head. And I think it actually looks kind of cool, and now he has like a built-in switch, so that's kind of cool. So check this out. So put it there, and then his head glows. So I guess it's a win-win. It's kind of sucky that I couldn't figure out a mechanism to make this work, but when in doubt, just drill into the back of his cranium. So I'm gonna paint that black and see how it looks. Love the way that looks. And that Spirit Halloween chain make really cool like greeblies, and these lights look awesome, and Frank is looking just really freaking cool. I'm very excited about how this is all turning out. And I love this copper, but I think I'm going to give it a patina with some, you know, light blue, and I love the way this came out. It looks very just old and aged, and it's so cool. So there it is. That is how I customized this Big Frank from Playskool, and I love how he came out. My favorite part about this is his little heart thing, and I love how the paint job came out, even though that satin messing up, that he read your labels, people. I made a little boo-boo, but the acrylic paint did cover most of the stickiness, but from time to time I feel a piece of sticky in it. It's fine, but I love the way this guy came out. I'm a little disappointed that the head mechanism didn't work the way I wanted it to, but luckily drilling into the back of his head helped that, so he still has a light here, his eyes still work. Everything about this thing is so cool to look at, and I'm so excited to have this guy on display. So if you guys enjoyed what you saw today, if you think, hey, I want to watch this weird dude do weird projects in his basement, please think about hitting that subscribe button. Think about liking this video. Think about sharing if you want. And I hope I will see you guys in the next episode, because we have so much to do, and especially in this new studio. So please tune in for that, and I will see you, hopefully, in the next video. Say goodbye to Big Frank.